Barbacoa. That's the name of this seasoning packet. And it is what it says. This is chipotle, garlic, citrus, and sea salt. And I went through the entire ingredient list. See if I can get that on the screen for you. There it is. And brown sugar caught my eye. So we've got sweet and savory going on, sweet and spicy going on here. And I immediately thought of chicken. Ginormous. I know that's a word. I just made it up. 2 ginormous chicken leg quarters. Yes, that is my hand, not even covering all of the leg quarters. These are big. And we are going to take this. Now, this was designed to just like sprinkle on and grill it. But that's not what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm going to sous vide these chicken leg quarters in our Ninja Speedi. I know you usually see me do it in the Foodi. Today we're going to do it in the Speedi. I like that little device. And I'm going to make a little marinade with this. Just simply mix it with water and pour it in. And sous vide it for, let's see what time it is. I'm going to sous vide for a minimum of 4 hours, probably closer to 6 hours. Let's make that marinade. Alright, I just took a big sniff of this. Look at this. And I caught a hint of, I don't know, almost cumin smell, although that's not in the ingredients. But regardless, here we go. And I've got a cup of water, just tap water. And I'm only going to add a little at a time. I'm not looking to turn this to water. And I don't really want to turn it to paste either. Just grab a spoon here. But I want it to be able to coat. So if you're doing this at home, you got a packet like this, you know, I don't know what you're going to try to season. So make sure you got enough liquid in there to make sure it covers everything. So that's probably not going to cover it all, but it's mighty close. Oh, I think that'll do it right there. It smells so good. Definitely getting a chili, like a cumin chili type of odor out of that. Interesting, since that's not an ingredient, right? All right, we're gonna take these massive, giant leg quarters. This is a freezer baggie. Oh, I think I already opened it. This is a freezer baggie. What's going on with this thing? It doesn't want to open up. I'm having trouble with this particular baggie. I can't get it open, and I think it's malfunctioned, so I'm going to cut it and switch it all over to another one. It's very important when you're sous videing that you're airtight and watertight, and I can no longer trust this bag, so I'm just going to switch it out. Sometimes in life, things just happen. So, like bags malfunction. Although it might be one of the first times I've seen that happen. But it did. Alright, that is looking good. Now we're going to take our marinade and pour it in. I know it's a little hard to see on the camera, but you'll get the you'll see the final results here in a minute. Let's go ahead and seal that up. Now in this case, I haven't gotten the air out of the bag yet, which is fine for mixing. Oh yeah, good coverage, good coverage. Nice. That is good coverage right there, guys. Very good. And in just a second, I'm going to show you how to get the rest of that air out of the bag. All right, go ahead and put some water in your Foodi pot. Make sure that this is sealed, and we're going to go in and we want to submerge it. And all we're going to do now, you can already see what's happening. See the air pushing up? Well, the water pressure is forcing the air out. So we're just going to, what I like to do is just stick my finger right in the corner there and press down. I can feel the air coming out of where my finger is. I can actually feel it blowing out of there. And I put my finger in there so I don't accidentally go underwater, because you don't want water in there. That's it. Seal her up, and that is it. As long as it's submerged and floating, good enough for sous vide. You're going to need 145 to 165 when you're on your final internal temperature on your chicken leg quarters. 145 to 165. It's going to depend on what you're going to do with these after the fact. So if I plan on air frying, for example, to get a crispy skin, I can go a little lower. If I plan on eating them directly out of the sous vide, then you want to get a little closer to the 165 mark. We will be either air frying or baking in the combi, one or the other. So I'm not going to go to 165. So we're going to go ahead and do this at 150 because we will raise the temperature internally when we finish the product. Whatever you do, guys, make sure you're safe with chicken. Chicken can hurt you. Make sure you cook it to the temperature you're supposed to cook it at. So we've got a lever up on the top. Rapid cooker is for everything to do with steam. We're not steaming, so we're going to go down to the air fry stovetop side of things. We'll scroll right down here to sous vide, which for me is on the bottom. We'll raise that temperature to whatever I just said, 150 I think. And we'll set our time. Defaults to 3 hours, but we're going to go. Now you can always just pull it. You don't have to do the total. I'm going to set it for 6 hours, whatever, 6:15. Make it even. But I can come in here and pull it out at 5. It doesn't matter. Just lift the lid and turn it off. You're done. Welcome back, everybody. The sous vide is over. I've temperature checked it. It's hitting right about 150. The smell is just amazing in here, and I have decided to go for the Foodi because these things are so big. So I'm going to just air fry these to get a little crispy skin in the Foodi. All right, we're going to go defaults to air fry, defaults to 390, defaults to 20 minutes. Obviously, we're not going to go 20 minutes. But when we get a nice little brown crisp on the skin, we are done. Look at that chicken. Isn't that something or what? All right, we are going to go ahead and cut into it. Now this thing is crazy hot. Just came out of the air fryer. We just want to find a nice, just kind of scrape some of that skin back. We just want to find a nice piece right up here. Look at it just flaking apart for us. Oh, that is cooked just perfect. Look at this, guys. Look at that. That is a perfectly cooked piece of chicken. I'm going to take a bite with a little skin on it for you, a little meat, a little skin, because that's where that flavor is. Let's do that now. Tender. That's the word for this one. Gone. Super tender. Sous vide is just so good for everything. And then a little air fry to bring it up. Temperature touch. And so let's talk about that spice. I kept the package here for you. It says Chipotle, garlic, citrus, and sea salt. Okay, in the back of my throat, just the mildest heat. Very good flavor. Not going to knock you out. Got a little bit of everything in it. It's really good. Because I did it like a marinade, it might have been, I might have subdued the flavors ever so slightly had I just poured it on and grilled it, for example. But I like the flavors. You can taste a tiniest bit of heat, a tiniest bit of a sweet. It's good. I'd recommend that. Whoever makes it. Spanglish. Good job, Spanglish. All right, well, that's it. That is our barbacoa chicken quarters. Barbacoa chicken quarters. Almost rhymes, but not quite. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. It's free. It is 100% free. to subscribe. You're never going to hear me asking you for anything. We do have memberships off to the other side if you want to help support us in a different way. That's for that. But the subscribe is kind of like a almost like a follow